Hey everybody, it's Rut and Javier at War Pony Tactical. Beautiful day in Texas. The heat is finally up, but it's not as hot as what we're fixing to talk about. Straight from the SHOT Show.
Yeah, SHOT Show 2026. They featured a new gun from a very well-known company. Before we get into that real quick, we'll just talk a little bit. So first off, this company is well known for bullpup rifles. They provide rifles to many European agencies. They are most popular in Great Britain. It is what their military carries, and that is the Steyr ATD bullpup rifle. And now, over the last several years, they have decided to go ahead and get into the pistol game too. Their original entry into the pistol market, though, wasn't so hot. Then they came out with what they call the M9A2, and we have one of those handy here. We featured this last year on our channel because it is a chassis pistol. Again, this is one of those guns that you can go ahead and you can pull out the fire control unit, which is the trigger housing, and then you can change out the various parts, making this a very modular weapon. And it is something that Rhett and I were really excited about and enjoyed. In fact, when we heard about this new pistol from Steyr, we were really hoping that it was just going to be an upgraded version of that. But what Steyr did was take it to a whole nother level. And so we're unboxing this brand new gun that just came in yesterday. And this is the Steyr ATD, the Advanced Tactical Defense Pistol.
There you go.
And it is already impressive when we think about the fact that what this gun can do. We'll talk a lot about those features, but today we're going to actually put this, for the very first time here on the channel, we're going to put a gun through its paces here on video all the way through. Rhett and I are currently sitting here at the acres with over 1,100 rounds. Our goal is to get through at least 500 today through this pistol alone. We'll be shooting a combination of 115 grain, 124 grain, 147 grain. We'll be shooting Remington, Blazer, Federal, Winchester, MagTech, all sorts of ammo to go ahead and see what this gun is capable of. But I can tell you right off the bat, before we even start that, just some things to kind of keep a lookout for while we're watching this is we do have the compact compensated version of this pistol. The ATD is going to be available and is currently available in not only just a defense gun, but a competition as well. So you can get the ATD, which is your defense, obviously. This is for law enforcement carry, and then the ATC is for competition. It features a 5 and I think a 6-inch barrel, different trigger housing, and some other features. But outside of that, these guns are very similar. But we are super excited. Just so you know, checking out on the internet, we could not find an extensive review on this gun, so we're pretty excited about being hopefully one of the first long features for this pistol. It reminds us a great deal of the SIG 226, 229, the 2022 from SIG. It is in that same fashion, and we'll be covering some of those features as we're making these videos for you today. But yeah, be looking forward to about a good 15-20 minute review of the Steyr ATD, and let's get to shooting, Rhett.
Let's shoot it.
All right. All right, so first shots, we got 20 rounds, 115 grain Winchester. And I don't want to check the what's it called, the double action just yet. Let's go ahead and just see how this puppy runs, see if we can get 20 rounds through it. Round indicator up there, like that. This is a hammer pistol. Enjoy that. Let's go ahead. Man, that felt real nice in the hand. All right, let's see if we can give this double action trigger a chance here. Also, we got the shot timer out now. Uh-oh. Let's see how this goes. That double action felt like forever. Okay. You're good. mag release with your trigger finger or your thumb?
My thumb. I tried to get it with my trigger finger. I couldn't find it. So then I went with my thumb.
All right, so Blazer 124, we've got, how many rounds do you think we've got through it right now? What's the card say?
Oh, yeah. We've had 20, 40, 70, 75.
75 rounds, and this is an all metal frame gun. I can feel the heat on it already. I'm telling you, man, I think, I mean, 115 is great, but I'm really liking the cycle rate on almost every gun I've got with 124 right now. I don't know if I... All right, so we're a little bit over 100 rounds in, and just to give you an idea, let's make sure we're all clear. Man, takedown on this gun, super simple. When I compare it to the 226, the 2022, these are a little, I mean, they're not insanely complicated, but they take a little more effort. But one thing I already saw here, one, the instruction manual is freaking amazing because it just tells you how to, it breaks the instructions down really simple. But you just go ahead and push this back mag button, drop the slide lever, and it's done. And when you want to put it back, you just go ahead and put it back on the slide, and you go ahead and get it back to where you want it. Uh-oh, what'd I do? Oh, there you go. I had the thing. Go ahead and put it back where it's supposed to go. Put the deal back, push it in, and it's a done deal. Got to make sure the hammer's down though on the putting back. But that's it. Takedown. Other thing I really like, and we're about to go ahead and do this right now before we continue shooting, is the manual does something that I have not seen in any other manual, and that is it tells you. I mean, I think just about every gun manual tells you some basic takedown on your firearm. But man, what is the one question we ask every time we're about to shoot or done shooting and it comes down to operation of the weapon? What's the one thing we're always constantly asking?
Where's the best place to put oil?
Exactly.
How do you lube that thing up?
Yeah, and so it's insane when you take a look at you know, all the different ways that firearms are, you know, put together and such, and you just don't know where to go ahead and put oil. This one actually has a picture of the gun in black and white, and everywhere it's marked red, it tells you that's where you need to lubricate this firearm to maximize its operation.
Very nice.
Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and lube this up per the specs. But this first 100 rounds that we did, man, we ran it dry. We had zero malfunctions. I think once we found where it needed to be on target, I mean, most of the time, I never know if I'm using the dot to cover up the target or from above my target needs to be right above the dot. Right now, I'm shooting right above the dot, and I'm pretty good to go. But obviously, I think the one thing we're missing about this from what the traditional sights on a Steyr are the trapezoid sights. And man, I wish that's what we had here. Like they have on the A2, those trapezoid sights are freaking amazing.
Right, yeah, we both mentioned that. We wanted the trapezoids.
In fact, that was when I told you that I got the Steyr, the first thing you asked me was,
yeah,
does it have the sights?
Yeah.
So we're gonna go ahead and get this lubed up and we'll get back on the range. We're gonna go ahead and shoot some paper now, just kind of see where we're at on target. Let's add some yardage here. What do you think about that reset?
It is, it's short.
That reminds me a lot of like a 1911. Go ahead and try out some hollow points. Usually, hollow points usually have some trouble feeding sometimes through guns. We're running Federal 124. Let's see if we have any. And we're almost at, we're over 400 rounds, aren't we?
Yes.
Yeah, so we're over 400 and zero hiccups so far. Let's see if we can trouble this guy up just yet. Man, I can't miss with this thing. All right, everything that came in the box, 120 round mag, 215s. Actually, wait, are those 18s? Oh yeah, never mind. 2 18s and 120. Let's see what we can do here. Okay, I think we had like our first failure. Twice. So that last one, there were 2 shots that had to go into double action. I don't know what caused that. Like, I guess they still went into battery, but how the trigger reset, they had to, I guess that's, let me check the shot timer here real quick. So 20 round and 2 18 round mags in 28 seconds. 28.48. Let's put this down here. 1.26 to get on target. 0.3, 0.29, 0.26. Pretty average around 0.23. The mag change, first mag change 3.9, then 0.28, 3.29, 0.30. Okay. And then mag change 1.78. First shot, follow-up shot 0.58. Or no, that's the, yeah, so it's 0.3. There's 2 shots at 0.48 and 0.58. Those are the double action shots. So, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's a still function. I don't know if the hammer just didn't engage like it was supposed to. Huh, interesting. We'll do a light load to finish it out and see if that problem persists. All right, these last few shots I'm gonna go ahead and take with the glove on. Really didn't have a hot spot with this gun. The ergonomics or curvature on the grip really lends itself to fitting nicely in the hand. There's still some issues with it, but we'll take a look at that here in a bit. I'm gonna shoot 15 of the Winchester. That's what we just had the, I guess, pseudo malfunction. I'm actually gonna shoot that not too fast. Got my shot timer here. But then we'll go ahead and I'll mag dump on the last 15 of Federal. Couldn't recreate the problem. Did better on trigger control, but yeah, that was 2 minor flukes. All right, and we're back. And
500 plus rounds later, we're back.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna be honest. This is take 2 on this because I did not hit record on this darn thing a second ago, and we probably got about 5 minutes in. So welcome to part 2 of the recap of today's. And just like Rut mentioned, we went ahead and shot 500 plus rounds. I think we're roughly around the 550 mark. Unfortunately, I forgot that these are 18 round mags, so we were going ahead and I think some of these 15 round mags, when we were counting them out, I was doing a good job of making sure we were on point there, but I went ahead at one point, I got lazy and I just started looking for all brass filling on the holes there. But with that said, what comes in with the Steyr ATD? You get two 18 round mags, one 20 round mag with the mag extension, the stubby. I will say that I was able to get a 21 round in there, but we did not test that out. We did not try that. I didn't feel confident with that. It was in there a little aggressive, and so yeah. But when you do purchase the Steyr ATD, it comes in with a number of accessories. Once again, the manual that's in this is amazing. It provides you a plethora of information. Maybe more than is necessary, but it has some outstanding information in there. I love that it has the EU flag on the back because this is a European gun. Additionally, it does come with a additional recoil spring. And another fun fact here, it does come in here with a little notice here that says that in the United States, we shoot a wide variety of 9mm ammunition. And in order to accommodate the wide variety that we do shoot, it does come in with a medium strength spring, but does come in with a lighter spring. One, to accommodate those loads, but two, I would assume that if you're doing competition shooting, it's gonna allow you to go ahead and shoot those lighter loads for competition. Additionally, it does come in with two other springs, much like the 226 and the SIG 2022, which this gun seems to be heavily modeled after. These do have hammer springs that do help out with trigger pull and hammer tension, and that double action in the grip of the pistol. And so these two springs, I believe that's exactly where these springs go. You have various screws and Allen wrenches, but one thing that's super exciting about this particular pistol is it comes in with 5 optic plates, which I'm going to assume allows you to go ahead the most popular footprints that are out there, such as the RMR, RMSC, Delta Point Pro, and all those various different deals there. You don't have to go out and find any additional optic plates to mount your deal on. What I am curious though is if there's also, whatever this footprint is here, if there's a direct direct mounting option once you take the plate off. So we'll definitely have to take a look at that. And also it does come with a cleaning kit and obviously your standard locking mechanism there to go ahead and secure your firearm. But with all that said, at the price point that this is coming in on, I think their website has this listed for about $1,280, so about $1,300 is what this is going to run you. We were fortunate enough to find it a little bit cheaper, but the only website I could find it on was on a law enforcement website, which this particular model is geared towards. So yeah, additionally, if you go check out Steyr's website for additional accessories, you are going to find nothing on their website.
How many are you going to find?
Absolutely nothing.
Wow.
You go ahead and Google the Steyr ATD and say, can I find any upgrades, accessories, etc., and it's going to come up with a whole bunch of zero. But look at everything we just got in the case. I don't know what you would need. There are two things though that are interesting about this. Steyr, I think you can call Steyr, and if you don't like the curved trigger, you can go ahead and get a flat trigger and you can install that yourself. But I think the coolest feature that Steyr is offering on this pistol right now is if you're not happy with this particular grip style, you can go ahead and go to their website and for free download the 3D print files, and you can go ahead and change the size and the texture grips, I mean, there's a number of things, a list of things you can do. You can download those for free, and if you have a 3D printer, you can go ahead, change colors, all the things, and change up that grip style, which I think that's probably, if I wouldn't say a complaint, but the number one thing I noticed about this was the grip. It is a hardy grip on here.
It is hardy. It's a little large for my liking. Most new guns nowadays come with adjustable back straps and stuff. This does not, but it gives you free the option to print a whole new grip, size, color, whatever you want.
Yeah, so the other thing too is they've also got a blank file there, and there's two options with the blank file. Obviously, one, if you want to go ahead and update that file and do something like put your business logo on it, you can go ahead and do that. Also, it does have a flat one as well, so if you want to go ahead and purchase like some aftermarket Talon sticker grips and stuff like that, you can go ahead and do that as well. But yeah, I think something that I'm going to do here in the very near future, because one, I don't think this gun is going to go up for sale or auction or anything like that. This one's going to stay in the collection for War Pony, because out of the 550 rounds that we fired, I would say technically we had 0 malfunction. We had no, there was no, like, I am worried that this isn't going to work situations. But so yeah, this is definitely going to be staying with us. So I'm going to go ahead, we'll probably change up the color and put the logo along with some other different style textures on there for this to work out. But additionally, with that said, there's just this gun has really stepped up the game for Steyr. There are some cool features on it that I really like.
Give me 3 cool features that you really like about this gun.
One thing that I absolutely like is the ambi mag release. Being a left-handed shooter, I do like that I do have the option to go ahead and drop that mag from either side. Now again, because this grip is so wide, hitting it with my thumb on this side was not really there unless I wanted to go ahead and remove my steady grip that I had on there and get my thumb in position, which I did a few times just for practice. But that was something that I really wish that the grip size really accommodated that. The other thing that I really like is how easy this thing is to take down. Push the button here, drop the lever and slide it off. You don't have to pull the trigger, you don't have to rack it. There's no preset to go ahead. When you're ready to put it back on, you simply put the slide back on, line it back up, and it's not like a CZ where you have to line up some lines. You just line it up to its original position, flip the switch back, push it back in, and you're ready to rock. And then I also like that it does, as minor as this is, you can see that it does have a flared mag well, and you can take this off if you don't like it. You can go ahead and remove this item, but this flared mag well made it so simple. When I was going ahead and doing those mag changes, that was super easy to do.
Pretty quick.
So it was pretty quick. What about you? Were there 3 things that just really stood out for you for this gun?
I like the short reset on the trigger. I didn't like the trigger overall, but the reset was very short and very crisp. That was good. I do like the port and comp to help keep you on target. The third thing, that's it. I got 2 really good things that I liked about it.
Yeah.
There's 3 things that I don't like about it though, and one of them was the safety is hard to manipulate on and off being a right-handed shooter for me.
Yeah, so you know, just taking a look at the gun here, you can see that the mag or the palm swell just it beefs up right here, which is great for, you know, if you want to know where your thumb's going on here on the pistol. But because it swells up here, you cannot get a bit of your finger underneath that safety. So flipping that safety up, you have to be very intentional and kind of stop what you're doing to get that flipped up. And so yeah, I did not like that one bit. But again, something you mentioned earlier when we first started talking about this gun was, so you've got a safety and a mag release
and a decocker.
Or a decocker. Yes. Yeah, the decocker. Yeah, and
well,
so
you had both, I do not know.
Yeah, so let me just see here. We put it on safety. Now, with it on safe, I was able to go ahead and decock. I don't know if there's a tactical benefit to that or not, but the
decocker is also the slide release, and it for me is, I have to use my support hand to make that work because it's tough to maneuver.
Yeah, now I do like that it's there. It's more centered on the gun, and so and then if I go ahead and rack one and I want to immediately go into dropping that hammer, so I can go ahead and put it in concealed carry and I'm not worried about shooting my nuts off. I do like that is there, as opposed to when you look at the 226 and the 2022, the slide catch is all the way here in the back, and probably great for right-handed shooters, but as a left-handed shooter, that did absolutely nothing for me. So I don't know, I'm kind of mixed feelings about that. That may be a training thing where
it's not as easy to manipulate as some other systems, in my opinion. The third thing I really didn't like about it is the sights. They're not bad at all. I was just disappointed because of what Steyr's offered in their other guns, and I was really hoping to get that, and I didn't. Even though these are effective, but it's just not what I like. Overall, though, I thought it was a very nice gun.
Yeah.
And after 500 rounds, you know, it's still a great gun.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna get, you know, some rowdy hand, you know, blisters or something of that sort, because, you know, we kind of, even though that took a while, we still kind of ran through that 500 rounds pretty quick. The other thing I don't like is this double action pool.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. Now, when I shoot double action in my CZs, I like how it's slow, or it's really light to get to the wall, and then you get to that wall and it probably adds about a pound. And, you know, again,
but you can tell when it's fixing to fire.
Exactly. This one, it is
mega hard.
Yeah, like I am. There you go. And I don't know, like now I feel bad. Like I need to go get one of those 80s hand bars.
And I don't see how there's any way you can keep it on target.
Yeah,
you have
so
to squeeze that hard.
I mean, if you were doing one-handed, absolutely not. You definitely need a support hand on there. So yeah. Other thing that slightly concerned me is I do like, obviously, the slide lever or the takedown lever here. It is set up to kind of be like your little gas pedal. Again, if you're a right-handed shooter, that is natural where your thumb can go. However, on the other side, being a left-handed shooter, where I put my thumb, that is the button you push to take down this weapon. And so,
slide falling off there.
So I'm worried about that. Now that didn't happen at all today,
right? And
so yeah, I'm not sure if that's a future thing that maybe I just need to start worrying or training to put my thumb a little bit lower. But I would have liked some texturing on this side as well. That's one thing I do like about like the 320 Wilson grip, the P365, almost all the grips on the 365, and you know, all our CZ pistols, they all have that texturing up there. Just kind of lets you know that that's where your thumb goes, and you've got a good, steady, proper grip on that. So
War Pony grading system out of a 10, Javier, I would give it.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go with a solid 8.
I'm gonna go 8.5. Okay. You know, like it's so close to being a 9. Now again, this coming in at roughly $1,000 to purchase, my hope was that this was going to be, it was going to make something like a 226 or a 229, even in the Legion models. These run anywhere from $1,200 to $1,500. The SP 2022, these were made just for service purposes. You can find these in gun stores, new or used. You're still going to spend it just under around $500 or less. And so I was really hoping that this was going to be in probably about the $800 price point, and instead it's up there. So I think the struggle in the market is going to be, do I buy this for $1,200 and it's new, untested, and new on the American market and so forth, or do I go with something that the American Special Forces units have been utilizing for like the last 30 years and is tested and proven again and again and again? If this came in at a lower price point, I would probably put it on par with those other weapons and just say, yeah, this is a...
With all that being said, though, we probably hit 7 or 8 gun stores today, and we didn't even see it, but one store we went in, we heard them talking about this gun, and the dude bought it sight unseen. We didn't even see it. So I guess they had one, and that was the only one we saw all day long.
That is the only one.
And it was gone before. They didn't even put it on the shelf.
Yeah. So yeah, but this has a lot of great features outside of just, you know, everyday shooting. Again, I do like that it does have a round indicator. I'm a big fan of those. I like to, especially if this is going to go ahead and be in the panty drawer next to the bed, I want to be able to go ahead and pull this out, and if I don't remember whether I've got one in the chamber or not, I like that in the dark I can just run my hand across the top and I can feel if that indentation is up or not. So I do like the round indicator. The slide serrations are pretty aggressive. You can go ahead and get in there pretty easy. So I do like that. You know, after 100 rounds we oiled it. You can definitely see where the oil is coming out in those areas. But all in all, the functionality of this was great. Now we'll see how the 3D printing goes, and I think we'll do a 1,000 round review, and we'll definitely have a new grip on here that's been printed for us on here, so we'll be able to talk about 2 different things there. And I'm going to say that yeah, all in all, this was, I still think this is a great gun though, and so I'm super excited about this. If you have a chance to get your hands on one, if you can find it under the MSRP, I would definitely recommend getting your hands on this, because Steyr is known for quality work. So I definitely do enjoy that. I feel like there's something I'm missing here though. Is there outside of the, oh, like I said, technically we didn't have any malfunctions, but technically we did. In our last, right when we were just above the 400 round mark, I went ahead and loaded 3 mags up. In the very last mag, I guess the hammer did not set all the way back. So I guess the only thing I can think is it set back far enough to put a round in the chamber, but did not set far back enough to lock the hammer back. And so I went to go pulling the trigger on that single action, and I had to go ahead and hammer down on that a little bit more. So I didn't have to rack another round in there, but I definitely did have to go ahead and go into double action, and that happened twice. But the thing is, after that, I did 2 more 15 round mags to try to replicate the problem, and it didn't happen. And I did slow fire to see if maybe something was wrong with the gun, and then I did rapid fire like I did the first time, and it didn't replicate the problem. So again, that may not even been a gun issue. That might have been after shooting that many rounds that aggressively, that back to back. I'm not sure that my wrist,
limp wrist,
I got a little limp wristed there. So yeah, so yeah, good luck. First off, good luck finding another great review on this gun. This was an outstanding purchase. If you get your opportunity to go ahead and get your hands on one of these, by all means, if you're looking for a duty carry weapon and you're allowed to go ahead and pick your choice, there is absolutely nothing wrong with this option here. If you're looking for concealed carry, I do like that this is a full-size grip, 3.9-inch barrel, compensated and ported, so flat shooter. This is not difficult to use, so I wouldn't say that you have to be a professional shooter to be accurate with this. And I'll be excited to see if we can go ahead and get a red dot on this, how well our shooting will be at that point with this weapon. So yeah, good to go.
Good to go. On behalf of War Pony Tactical, shoot, practice, be safe. God bless America.